All right, welcome to Inspired Leaders. Thank you guys all so much for being here today during this holiday season when things are crazy and the schedules are wild. We're so grateful that you guys all chose to spend your afternoon here with us. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Inspired Leaders has been around for 7.5 years, which is insane to me that we've been going for that long. And it is just such an honor to keep this group going and to keep being a part of this amazing community. When we started, I actually really wanted to leave my safe teaching job. Anybody else a retired teacher in here that wanted to leave and do something else? There's a number of us. Or maybe you're just doing something that you didn't think you were going to do, or you didn't study in school or whatever, right? There's a lot of transition that happens in our lives, and I was terrified. But I knew I wanted to do it. I knew I wanted something more. And so I started networking in this community. And we truly, truly live in the best community to build a business and a life for yourself and your family. There is nowhere else to be that just supports and loves people the way that we do here, and that really wants to see people succeed and connect and help and support. And so because of that, I was able to successfully quit my job and start our business, having no idea what I was doing. We were describing it earlier. It's kind of like driving on ice. You don't know that you shouldn't necessarily be doing this, but you're doing it and you're hoping you make it out to the other side. But that's just part of being a business owner and an entrepreneur and really pushing to make things happen. So when we started Inspired Leaders, it was very tactical. I had no clue what I was doing. So it was like, how do you network? How do you market? How do you do all of these things? And that was the focus of what these events were. But then they started morphing, and our speakers started sharing their stories and sharing how they got to where they were. And those stories got deeper and more impactful as we went. And so now here we are 7.5 years in, and month after month we are asking our speakers to share their stories of grit and perseverance and success. But the most hardest element of that we ask them to do is we ask them to share their shit. Anybody else in here, anybody here never go through anything bad? Your life is just cool, you're good. Okay, I didn't think so, right? So it's really, really important for us to know that this human experience that we have has its ups and downs. We've got times where we don't know if we can get out of bed. We've got times where we don't know how it's going to work out, or if we can keep going, or what should we do next. But if we have faith in ourselves and we're surrounded by community that helps support us, and we hear vulnerable, beautiful stories from people sharing what they've been through and how they've gotten to the other side of that, then we can do that too. And we can keep going. So our hope here at Inspired Leaders is that when you come and you hear these unique, beautiful stories from our speakers, that you feel inspired, that it touches your heart in some way, whether it's a direct, you've experienced that, or just something that kind of helps you stay motivated and helps you stay encouraged on those tough days, and that you keep going and don't quit. So we're really, really grateful to have you guys all here, and thank you so much for celebrating what Inspired Leaders is with us. So if y'all don't mind, turn your phones on silent for the next hour. Okay, I promise it's only an hour. It's going to be okay. If you need to step out and take a call or anything like that, we do understand. Please feel free to go in the lobby to do so. But if you could silence your phones for yourself and for our speakers, that would be great. So if you scan this QR code, you are going to find all the things you could ever want for Inspired Leaders. So we are on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, right? All the social media platforms. You also can find our website. So on our website, you can see videos of our past speakers. You can see photos of our past events. Also on our website, if you or somebody that you know would like to apply to be a speaker, the application to do so is on there. And further, if you are interested in being a sponsor of this event, the sponsorship application is also on there. So we've got monthly sponsorships, and we also have one-time sponsorships available. And it is because of our sponsors and our donors that we are able to have this event be free and open to everybody every single month. That is why we're able to do this, and we are so, so grateful for them. So follow us on all things social media. Stay engaged in what we're doing. Share it with others, and be able to see yourselves and your favorite speakers and all the things, and just stay connected with us through this QR code and all the things we've got out there. So you may know, I've been mentioning this, we are a 501c3 now, which we are really excited about. Yes. We have non-officially been a nonprofit for many years. However, we are formally a nonprofit, and we're really excited about it. But with that certainly comes additional administration costs and things like that. We want this group continues to grow month after month. So if you are moved by what we do here at Inspired Leaders, if you love this event and it means something to you, we've got QR codes to either go to our website or go to Venmo and donate today. So it could be as little as $1, $10, $20. Everything makes a difference, whatever makes sense for you. If it doesn't, there's no pressure, there's no requirement, there's no nothing. Just if it means something to you and you would like to contribute to what we're doing here at Inspired Leaders as we grow, we would be honored for you to help support our organization. So those QR codes will get you to the 2 ways that you can donate to us. So I have a small announcement, maybe kind of a big one, I don't know. We are going to alter the schedule for Inspired Leaders going forward. As you know, for the last 7.5 years, we have been meeting every single month on the second Friday of the month. But now we are going to have Inspired Leaders seasons. Okay, so our season 9 is going to start this September 2026 and run through May of 2027. So starting this coming summer of 2026, we're taking June, July, and August off. So during those months, we are still going to have Inspired Leaders Day. We are still going to be promoting Inspired Leaders and our past speakers online and through all the emails and texts that you guys get. So you're going to get reintroduced to our past speakers over the years and be able to watch them and still be able to get inspired on those days, be connected with our community. You'll also still hear from all of our incredible sponsors and be able to support them. And so we are just gonna bring back all the old school stuff from the last 7.5 years and share that with you during the summertime, and then have just a big bang from September to May every year. So I wanted to let you guys know that that is our upcoming change in schedule, and we're really excited, and we think it's gonna really just benefit our group and everything that we're doing and the speakers who are here with us. And so we're excited for that change. So just know that this summer and the summers following, June, July, and August, we're taking a break, but you'll still hear from us, and the second Friday is still Inspired Leaders Day. So be watching your emails, watching your texts, watching social media, because we are not going anywhere. Yes, sure. To be a speaker, yeah, so the process to be a speaker, there is quite a process, and yes, we are many months out, but if you want to get started, if you scan that QR code, it'll take you to the application on the website, and you can see all the process and everything that we go through. Perfect. All right, so I would be remiss to be in a room filled with business owners and not give all of you guys an opportunity to do a quick commercial. So if this is your first time here at Inspired Leaders, you know that we do a drop and go commercial. So that means a very, very fast, one sentence commercial. We do that because we are here for our speakers, but we're also here for each other, and we have an opportunity to network before and after. So this kind of gives you an idea of who is in the room and who do I want to talk to, so that you can connect with them before you go home today. So I'm going to show you how we do drop and go commercials, and then our lovely Lance is going to bring the microphone around so that each of you have an opportunity to do your commercial. And if he, gives you look, it's in love. We all love you here, but we are just trying to keep things going. So when we do commercials here at Inspired Leaders, we do our drop and go, and then we do one big loud clap afterwards, okay? So I'm going to show you an example of that. We're going to practice this clap, and then we're going to go around the room. My name is Elizabeth Griever. My company is Everson Cooper, and we are your as-is home buyer. All right, that was pretty good. Let's do that again. My name is Elizabeth Griever. My company is Everson Cooper, and we are your as-is home buyer. Y'all got this. All right, I want to hear that every time. Let's go. Thank you, sir.
My name is Jenny Azantoski. I'm with Reliant at Home Hospice, and what else? Is that it? And I do hospice, and I'm a dementia consultant.
Hi, everyone. I'm Leslie Williams with Senior Care Scout. We help families find assisted living, independent living, and personal care homes for seniors. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Willie Diefenbach-Jones with Promptings, and I am changing the world one card at a time with greeting cards and gifts and journaling.
Monique Carlisle with Midas Web. We grow businesses focusing on AI adoption because business success just got easier.
Brad Walker, Midas Web, AI training and business automation solutions. Joseph James, recording artist. We have a community event coming to the Mitchell Pavilion in Town Green Park this summer, so get your businesses and organizations on board.
So I'm Charlotte Ortiz with the Cook Insurance Group. I do commercial insurance, and I make it my business to ensure better business.
My name is Rob Ortiz. I'm also with Cook Commercial Insurance.
My name is Geneva Golding. I go to Acton Leadership Academy, and my dream is to build a company that supports all of church's tech needs.
My name is Philip Anthony Sains Hall. I'm a former organized criminal, a made member of the mafia. My book is titled From the Bullet to the Bible, A Gangster's Tale. I'm a subject of the documentary and a feature film coming to this area. I now travel and speak in juvenile hall detention centers, high schools, and churches.
Hi everyone, my name is Lee Freeman. I do business law and estate planning.
Hi everyone, my name is Xochitl Rodriguez. My company is a parenting lab. I'm a therapist and I specialize in parenting teenagers, and I'm also a speaker on teen mental health.
Steve Scott, personal business coach. Different isn't necessarily better, but better is always different.
My name is Joel Surmeyer. I'm with My Lending Network, a mortgage broker here in the Woodlands, serving investors and homeowners.
Jennifer Casey. I'm a family law attorney here in the Woodlands, and this is my staff that apparently doesn't want to talk. So Rebecca, Marissa, and Karina. We're going to call them out.
Good morning. I'm Dominique Benson, the owner of Engaged Minds Academy. We help students with homework, SAT, and ACT prep so the parents don't have to.
My name is Lady Narvaez. I'm a mental health counselor, and I've just expanded to a brick and mortar.
My name is Sarah Ware, and I'm with Sonolife Ultrasound Studio, where your health and your peace of mind is our top priority.
Hi, I'm Bob Jacinto. My company's Legacy Partners Insurance and Tax-Free Retirement Solutions, and we keep you prosperous through the storms of life.
Karen Lembrick, Mary Kay Beauty Consultant, the #1 direct selling company in the world.
I'm Denise Leach, and I have the Woodlands Health Market on 427 Sawdust, and we have high-quality vitamins, minerals, and supplements, and teas and herbs, and we have naturopathic practitioners always there to help you. So don't leave your health to Dr. TikTok.
My name is Mika. I am the owner of Evolve Candle Company, where we make luxurious, all-natural candles.
My name is Kathy Kinski. I'm a licensed psychotherapist who helps moms in leadership raise confident, courageous, and resilient children in times that are uncertain without worry and guilt.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Chandra Webb. I'm a healthcare HR executive and a professor at Texas Southern University.
Hey everyone, my name's Andy Griever. Together with my beautiful wife Elizabeth, we own Everson Cooper. Thank you all so much for being at Inspire Leaders.
Hi folks, Darren Lee, General Manager of Breakthrough over in Metro Park. We have over 35 high-tech challenge rooms, so you can test yourself mentally, physically, and skillfully. We have the only self-pour tap well in the area, as well as our restaurant. I'm gonna pass it over to Hannah.
I'm Hannah, I'm his assistant. I'm also in charge of events at Breakthrough, so just come to me for your event needs.
Zach Kraft, Team Mr. Mortgage. I'm a mortgage broker, creating the American dream.
Howdy, Donald Thompson, or DT, residential realtor with the DT team, where it does not stand for Donald Thompson, but dedicated, trustworthy.
Hi, I'm Eric Scott, first timer, and I'm with a group called Ratio Christi, a college apologetics ministry. 75% of kids that grew up in a Christian home, got baptized, made a profession of faith, will abandon the faith by the time they get out of school. So pray for us and support us. Thank you.
And speaking of the faith, Ecclesiastes says 2 is better than 1. So my wife and I are a real estate team, and I can't get away with anything with her. And you won't be able to either. She picks up all kinds of mistakes or potential mistakes in the contracts and what have you. And together, we'll get you home.
Quality of Life Medical Center. Sorry, Dr. J.B. Marshall. Quality of Life Medical Center. If your back goes out more than you do, please come see me.
I'm Jason Gold. I'm founder of Apogee Tomball. We're a micro school on a major mission at disrupting education by reseeding freedom and sovereignty in the family. So come join the mission and let's build that village around the next generation of leaders and community members.
Hello, Jennifer Myers with Mosaics, a nonprofit. We connect folks to mental health and addiction recovery resources. If you're a licensed mental health clinician, we would love to make sure you're in our database. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Sherry Deal with Kroger. I'd like to invite you to any of our Kroger stores this Saturday from 11 to 3 for an open house so you can sample some of our great things we have for the holidays. And Merry Christmas, everybody.
Hi, I'm Katie McDonald. I own 1-800-STRIPER. We do parking lot, sports court, and warehouse striping.
Alexander Lukyanka. I'm working in CNC machining field, manufacturing, but I'm here to understand how business works and quit my job.
Hello, my name's Elizabeth Sapre, and I'm an artist, a fine artist, and I also do art instruction. And I will be beginning classes in mid-January, if anyone's interested, in Montgomery. And I would like to say that Christmas is a wonderful time to buy a piece of artwork, and if you're interested, please let me know.
Hi, I'm Shelly Castle, and I own Impeccable Rideshare. It's a limousine and party bus high-end fleet service. I'm about safety, so if you need a safe ride and an unforgettable experience, think of us. Also, I'm an author. This is my book. It's on Amazon. And I'm a future inspirational speaker at TSU, Texas Southern University, on January 29th. If y'all want to come see me, just message me, and I'll send you the link. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jordan with Jordan Sparkle and Shine, and I run a home services company. If you want the gift of a sparkling home this holiday season, just contact me.
Hi, I'm Monica Elizabeth with Brilliance Coaching and Consulting. I specialize in leveling up professionals quickly.
I'm Bryce Kirshner with Azures Consulting. I'm an account executive. We're a full-service IT consulting firm, small to enterprise businesses, and we do some grant writing as well.
Hi, I'm Gene Thomas. I've said this before. I'm in the human trafficking business. We are Harbor Home Health. We provide very, very high-quality, compassionate caregivers for people at home, the elderly, or anybody in need. I'm a former hospital vice president that quit to take care of old parents and get into the home healthcare business to make sure that people have safety and compassion at home.
Hi, y'all. I'm Jeffrey Taylor, founder of Triumphant Reentry Resources, where we deal with or carry the torch of second chances for people coming out of prison. And I'm not only the founder, but I'm a client for 25 years. Merry Christmas. Carl Brunig, WealthyLife360.com. Let's get your 15-minute free financial MRI done. A wealthy life is a healthy life.
Frank Fuss, Life Coaching. This Tuesday, I have the last Power of Vision workshop, Awaken the Dream Within You, at the Woodlands Chamber, where I will teach you how to have your and have it make it absolutely come true. My seasonally adjusted tagline is I take my clients from the Grinch to Cindy Lou, from good to great, and from frustration to celebration.
Do we miss anybody? Going once?
Chrissy's a realtor. She's amazing. Okay. If you are a sponsor of Inspired Leaders, please come and join me up on this stage. So as I mentioned earlier, our sponsors are why we are able to be here and have this free event to all of you that provides lunch. We have videography, photography, all the tech that happens here, and we are so grateful for these amazing people. So our sponsors get an opportunity to do a 30-second commercial. So sponsors, loving reminder, there's a timer up there on the screen for you, Rankin. Please be sure that you do it in 30 seconds, and also please come into the light so we can see your pretty faces when you do your commercial. You know I love you.
I'll show you how to do it. I know. Hey guys, Merry Christmas. Julie Peters with Arbonne, and I want to talk about our Regret Nothing Hangover Kit again. So these things, you guys, they really are handy. It's just in case it's not just if you drink too much at New Year's Eve or Christmas time, but if you've eaten too much. So there's a probiotic stick, a hydration, one of our clean energy fizz sticks, and one of our detox teas in there. So Julie Peters, keeping you healthy from the inside out. These make great gifts, stocking stuffers, just fun things.
Hey guys, Rankin with Rankin Peters Music. Live music makes the event. So, you need something, a small thing in your living room or a big corporate event, I can put something together for you. And while I got you, here's a great stocking stuffer. You can have your own inspired leaders engraved cup when we have several of them left. Rankin with Rankin Peters Music.
Good morning, friends. Kevin Williams, the realtor in the fedora. I have a ministry for homeless people and renters. I sell them houses. Yeah. So, seriousness aside, I am a residential realtor here in the Woodlands, and I'm having a lot of clients this year that are first-time buyers, and sometimes getting them into new houses is actually very doable. New houses, believe it or not, are less expensive than resales, and sometimes the manufacturers will go further to make it affordable. So if you have any people that are needing that, give me a ring. We'll get them in a house. Cheers.
Hi, everybody. Dawn Candy. I promote you. I provide that kind of swag, something with your logo on it that you want to give out to people, whether it's for appreciation or just a community event and you want to get your brand out there. I also am the executive director for Hands of Justice, an anti-trafficking organization. I have two things for you. First of all, please, please, please go to Facebook. We've got 4 Amazon wish lists for kiddos of survivors. We really need your help. If you could go on there and purchase a gift, we'd appreciate it. Also, January 8th, we have a prayer night. Please come and see me if you want more information. Dawn Candy, Hands of Justice, and I promote you.
Hi, I'm Mike Navolio, founder and president of the Clean Water Climb, and I invite you to go to East Africa with us to see God's amazing animals, to trek the highest mountain in Africa for an even higher purpose, bringing clean water and living water to the people of Malawi. We've done it 15 years in a row, and you'll never know your true potential unless you leave your, nobody knows, comfort zone. Thank you very much. See me afterwards.
Good afternoon. I'm Melanie Davis with Better Bookkeepers. We are here to help you with all your bookkeeping needs. So we are at the end of 2025, which means next season is tax season. So we're here to help you make sure you go into that feeling nice and calm and collected. So are we helping you clean it up, train you, whatever you need to do in QuickBooks, please give us a call. And Merry Christmas.
Hey everyone, my name is Nick Plunk with Plunk Productions. Merry Christmas. I'm a videographer, producer, and editor. I do everything from helping you plan the video shoot to actually doing the video shoot to editing the video shoot and then providing you the final content or a mix of any of those. If you have an editor you like, I can help you shoot the content. If you don't know how to edit but you have video, I can edit it for you. Anything from A to Z. I would love to help you plan out your next TV commercial, social media ad, whatever video related thing you have. I'd love to help you. Nick Plunk, Plunk Productions.
What time is it, inspired people? Shine time. Mike McGill, clean sweep, making it shine. Merry Christmas. Hey, look, Trinity Steam Cleaning, that's the name of my company, and we are shining up your home because you got people coming over, right? You want it to smell good, look good. You want the stains out of your carpet. If you have dogs, pets, or if you got kids, you got mess. If you hear yourself walking behind yourself when you go to your house, we need to clean your tile and grout. Clean sweep, Trinity Steam Cleaning, one house at a time.
Hey, Inspired Leaders, great to see everybody. My name is Lance Kelly. I'm with the Business Solutions Group. We're your one-stop for all of your individual and group healthcare insurance needs, medical, dental, accident, whatever the business needs to protect its greatest asset, its people. We have a solution for you. Guys, open enrollment, winding down, right? You've all gotten the renewals, right? Those Blue Cross Blue Shield rates are something else. If you've gotten some sticker shock and want to talk about it, right? We'd love to have that conversation. Lance with the Business Solutions Group. If you don't make time for your wellness, you'll be forced to make time for your state. Plan accordingly, guys. Thanks.
Howdy. Merry Christmas. Unique fact. I was told by a good friend of mine about 7 years ago that a hug only reaches to your soul after 7 seconds. So when you're angry with that person or you're frustrated with the ham not turning out exact, try that 7-second hug and see if you can reach the soul with the joy that you find this holiday season. I'm Shane Clardy, general contractor. Why would I talk about a hug? Because we're a relationship company first. So we love our clients and we love the fact that we're 90% referral. When you're looking for a builder and you don't know what to do, you call Shane and he will.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Guess what? 13 days till Christmas. Are y'all ready? You got your pictures done? If not, hit your boy up, Darnold Jr. with Darnold Jr. Productions. I'm the best darn photographer in all of Texas.
Please give our sponsors a huge round of applause. These people are some of the best in our community. Even if you can't use them from a business perspective, get to know them. They will hug you, they will love you, they will support you on your journey. So please get to know them. They are seriously some of the best people that I know, and I'm very grateful for their support of Inspired Leaders. So I am really excited to introduce our speaker, Yulander Taylor, to you guys today. This woman has been such a source of inspiration to me and to Andy as we have worked with her on her journey to get to this point. And I am just honored that she raised her hand, honored that she's willing to stand up here and share her story, and honored by the work that she did to get to this place. So please help me welcome Yulander Taylor.
Good morning, Inspired Leaders. It is an absolute pleasure to stand here and to share my life experiences and my life journey. I want to say that when we have these experiences in life, sometimes we could take it for granted, and sometimes we could take it as if it's just life happening. But when life journeys and their experiences and all of these things begin to take place, we need to look more at the positive and not so much at the negative. Life will have us to look at a lot of negative things and magnify the negative. But today I want to not just magnify the negative, but also magnify the fact that we are here today with our experiences that we've had and things that we went through. And hopefully that my story, my life experiences can be an encouragement to you and inspire you to have that unstoppable spirit. So I want to talk real quick about my childhood. My mom and dad married. We all in the house together. I have a brother, Robert, my sister, Candace, a brother, Anwar, and then myself, Yulander. Yes, my mom and dad named us after people like Anwar Sadat, Robert Fitzgerald, Candace Burton, and me, Yulander. I was named after Yul Brynner. So living in this life of what we thought was good, what we thought was blissful, what we thought was a happy lifehood, I remember waking up one morning and my mom screaming and saying, "Hey, get up, get up, get up, get up." We're not knowing what's taking place and what's going on. And all of a sudden, it is a U-Haul backed up into our driveway. And my mom says, I'm leaving your dad. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We're franticing, we're moving fast, we're doing all of the things, trying to figure out why are we leaving. Mind you, my dad was the provider, he was the breadwinner. He didn't want my mom to work, so he took care of everything, and my mom was a housewife. She ran the house. So we're still trying to figure out why are we having to leave. We yet not to find that out until later. So we're loading up the truck, and when I tell you my mom left my dad, she left my dad. She took carpet, commode. My grandmother ended up putting a flower pot in that commode. She took the panels, the carpet, like the lady took everything out of the house. It was basically an empty shell. So we're leaving, not knowing what is taking place. We ended up in East Texas, which is where my grandmother, my mother's mother, is at. A population of 426, so you can imagine what it's like. So we're there, I guess, until everything settles for my mom and dad. We come back to Houston, and we ended up in the roughest part of what I would call Houston, Texas. We ended up in Fifth Ward. So if you know anything about Fifth Ward, and just imagine a third grader, fourth grader living in that area, can you imagine what we saw? Can you imagine what we endured? Can you imagine the nights of hearing the ambulance, the shotguns, walking out and seeing the streetwalkers, walking out seeing drug deals made right before you while you're trying to go to school? All of the things that could possibly entice you to want to leave the life that you're currently in. I remember my mom got on government assistance, not by choice, but so that we can survive, giving us food stamps. Matter of fact, I have one. This is a reminder for me. But she would give us the food stamps to go into the corner grocery store and tell us, hey, go make change. Don't spend anything over 25 cents, because she needed to do laundry. We live right across the street from a laundromat. So I remember as we're going through this phase of life, I was telling her, I said, you know, I'm gonna become a doctor. And with her limited beliefs and everything that she was enduring in life, she said, Londa, you might as well go get a job working in Weingarten. And so even though she said those things to me, did it bother me? Yes, because it's like you're crushing a dream. But then I took that, and again, remember I said not to magnify the big things, but look at the positive things. And so I took that and I was like, you know, I'm gonna prove them wrong. Even as an elementary student, I have the tenacity to prove her wrong. And so shortly after that, my mother got a letter in the mail, and I'll never forget it. I was so excited she got this letter. She had got accepted for housing, which is a government assistance. And with that government assistance, we moved out of Fifth Ward after being there 3 years. We was excited. My mother got a job working for Metrolift. We were in this nice home community where we didn't hear all of the sirens and walk out and see all of the things that we had saw previous. It was the life. My mother got a job and she was working for Metrolift. And Metrolift, they support those who have disabilities. And so my mother let the ramp down for this individual in the wheelchair. And my mother tried to save the lady from rolling down the hill. And so what did she do? She ran to grab her. And when she did that, something popped. So my mother ended up in the hospital having to do surgery, which was the first one, which was 16 and a half hours. So my mother was not in the home for like 30 days. And we were in school. I remember 6th grade. So being in school, my mother in the hospital, it led my oldest brother, Robert, and my oldest sister, Candace, to be the provider. So again, my mother is on government assistance and doing all of the things that she thought was best for us. Well, someone called the government assistance and told them that my mother was not in the house, which led to us having to be moved. And you ever heard that saying, living from pillar to post? That's exactly what happened. We were living from pillar to post, from aunts to uncles, not knowing what the next day was gonna bring. But I think in our living life, when we was in Fifth Ward, it taught us the grit. It taught us to push past. It taught us, even though we're faced with this, that this is temporary, that we'll get past it. It taught us how to bond together and what family really mean. So even though all of these things was taking place, we're living from pillar to post, not sure of what the next day was gonna be like. Could you imagine? I remember it was a total of 6 people in a 1-bedroom apartment, but we made it work. We did what we could do. We didn't give up. And in my mind, I kept saying, this is temporary, this is not the final destination. This is temporary, this is not a final destination. It was days that we would miss school because we didn't have the transportation to get to and from. And I remember we were at my aunt's house, my mother's youngest sister, and my grandmother was in town. And it was just me and my grandmother and my aunt in the house at this time. And I remember my aunt saying, do you want to go and live with mama? I was like, what do I have to lose? So I packed up what I had, which was a lot because it fit all into a milk crate. And I got in this vehicle and we're taking this journey, 4-hour drive to East Texas with the one light, with everything closing at 6 o'clock. Can you imagine a city girl now living in the country? I thought being there was the best thing for me, making that decision at age 15. But I also had someone who was very inspiring to me, who helped motivate me, made sure that I got on the right path and did all of the things. Her name is Angela. She's my oldest cousin. She's about 3 years older than me. But she had a way to mentor me. Even when she left for military, she would call me, she would check on me, she would send me letters. She would make sure that I was in a good space, and I was for the most part. Moving forward, my grandmother found out about this program called JTPA, and because I was living with my grandmother, that means I went to school. It wasn't I don't feel good today. Well, if you don't feel good, go to school, and they'll call me and let me know when I need to come pick you up, which means she wasn't going for that. So I'm in school, I'm doing all of the things, I'm working, got a bank account. My grandmother comes through and she says, your mom is here. My mom is here, yeah. And because of the way everything is, you're gonna have to move in with your mom. So here it is, I'm 16, having to move back into what I thought was chaos. I'm living my life, I'm still working and going to school. I started having challenges. And my challenge was unexplainable at the age of 15. So my mother did what she could. We went to Pittsburgh, Texas to see this doctor. This doctor does all of these tests, and he tells me and my mother, I have pelvic cancer. Wow, pelvic cancer, yeah, at the age of 16. And then to get hit with, and she probably will not bear children. Well, okay. No treatment was done after that. The only thing that we were told was, if this come up again, come back and see us, we'll do more tests. Moving forward, I'm now in 12th grade, I'm dating, living my best life, so I thought, getting ready to graduate. By the way, I took my ASVAB test because I was going to the military, just like my cousin Angela. I'm out with my best friend, and I tell her, I said, hey, something is not right. I said, I don't feel good. So I get home, and I tell my mom about this, and she says, we got to take you back to the doctor. Because one of the things that kept playing in my mind was, if you have these symptoms again, come back. So these symptoms, Tylenol didn't fix, Advil, Pepto-Bismol, none of that stuff worked, is what my mother was trying to give me. So we get there, they do all of the tests. Me, my mom, and at that, my sister was there. And the doctor says, we did additional tests because we wanted to see if you were pregnant in your tubes. The same doctor who gave me the diagnosis of the pelvic cancer. And I said, pregnant in my tubes? I was 6 to 8 weeks pregnant. From the same doctor who said, you could not bear children. What a life. So moving forward, I'm pregnant. I come back to Houston. I find this gentleman, we get married. And he wasn't overly abusive, but he had a way to make you feel like dirt in a carpet, like really, really low. And so I stayed and I endured, because that's what marriage is supposed to do. You're supposed to stay and endure. Mind you, I was 19 when I got married. So I'm married and I'm trying to do all of the things as a wife is supposed to do. And then I'm hit with one day coming from Bible study on a Wednesday. Hey, this is too much for me. I can't do this. And I'm jokingly saying, you can't do what? What is it you can't do? I can't be here anymore. Needless to say, he left. So him leaving, me trying to find myself, it's like, I'm going to be all right. And I remember, I don't know if some of you ever had this vision or this dream where you see this movie and you try to go after the person, and it's like, no, you can't go after the person. Well, if I've never heard the Lord's voice, I heard the Lord said, if you do. And that's kind of all I needed, because I'm a Jesus girl. I did not. I wanted to be obedient. And so what ended up happening in that marriage, in that relationship, I ended up divorced. And the way that all of that worked out, I was sponsored by Bakers and Botts, an attorney who paid for my divorce. Talk about God sent. So that was May of '99. Well, October of '99, here comes this gentleman that I used to date, and I was like, oh, let me do a background check. I need to make sure you're good. I need to make sure you don't come with no extra bags. I need to make sure that, you're on the straight and narrow, because I've been through enough already. And so this gentleman would tell me all of these things, how beautiful you were, and I was like, oh, that's strange, because my husband would only tell me I had a beautiful smile and that my sex was good. It wasn't all of these complimentary things that I'm getting. So then in my head, I'm thinking, oh, he wants something. And he tells me, no, I only want you. And so shortly, 2 years later, we married, living the life, yeah. Until one day, I started having those feelings, only to find out they were not as good and healthy feelings, which led me to the doctor, an oncologist. So the oncologist gives me this diagnosis. Oh, you have cancer. And I remember telling the doctor to his face, I said, no, no, no. I don't have that. I said, you can go down the hall and tell it to somebody else. I said, because I do not have that. I don't have any of the symptoms. So that led to a bone marrow biopsy. They don't put you to sleep for that. And to have somebody in the room to tell you all of the drills and the things that they're going to be doing and all of the stuff, it's like, hey, that's enough. I'm already nervous. I got overdosed by the medication and coded. So no more Demerol. So moving forward in that, this was the third doctor. The third doctor was a doctor of faith. He says, you have no signs of this. I said, I know, but can you send those notes to the ones that said I did? So then I said, what do I need to do with this that I have? Got to do something, because we don't get to pick the assignment, right? We don't get to pick the billboard, and when we're yielding and giving things to God, we don't get a choice. We just yield and say, have your way. And that's pretty much what I did. And so moving forward, I said, I need to do something with this. So I started learning, going to class, doing all the things to equip myself to more educate myself. So I'm doing good, get in school, tell, hey, I want to go to school. Okay, fine, no problem. I get in school, and guess what? Go to the doctor. Your white blood count cells is 2.3. We need you to go see an oncologist again. So I go see the oncologist. Every 3 days, they were drawing 14 tubes of blood. They wanted to make sure that I was good. So it was either continue with them drawing blood because they didn't offer a treatment, believe it or not, or to have surgery because I had fibroids. Fibroids the size of eggs, strawberries, you name it, different size. I think I had a total of 8. Instead of them assisting me with the fibroids, they was giving me the diagnosis. Instead of them giving me the information to say the fibroids came from this, which is causing you to be an anemic, which is causing your numbers to drop, which is causing you to have the iron deficiency. No. Come back, come back. So it's more of me going back so that they can do additional tests for the money. So then when I go and I said, you know, let's go in, we're gonna do this surgery. Have this surgery, removed, and even to this day, it's still on my voicemail. You have, in the pathology report, no signs of cancer, nowhere in your body. So I said, what am I to do with this? So I went back to school. And when I went back to school, I went back during the pandemic. That's the hardest time, because you don't get to have the interaction like you would like. You don't get to do all of the things that you would think that you would be able to do. So I want to leave with this in my closing. My daughter is now 33. With all the diagnoses that they gave and everything that they said, she was born healthy. I had no side effects. I had no issues with the birth nor the delivery. And so, in my closing, I want to say this. The challenges that I faced, the poverty that I went through, the doors that was closed, doors that was open, all of the things that go with that. I am here because of the unstoppable spirit. Even though all of these things were said, all of the things that took place, it kept making me get up. And I remember having a conversation. It was like, I just can't believe, how are you able to endure? And I simply said, because I choose to get up. I choose to get up. I said, if I ever stop getting up, it's done. It's a wrap. But I choose to get up. So in my conclusion today, I stand here at this very moment to encourage us all. We all have experienced many things in life. We all have one life to live, and to live it to the best of our ability. Challenges are going to come. Life is going to happen. People are going to leave. People are going to stay. But it is how you end your story, how you stand while you're going through your challenge. So with that, as they say, I would like to reintroduce myself. I am Dr. Yulander Taylor. I am a naturopathic doctor. I graduated with my doctorate degree during the pandemic with a 4.8, and I am also an international chaplain. I am married for now almost 25 years. I have 3 healthy children, Natalie, which is 33, Jose, he's at work, thank God, which is 28, and then I have Paisley, who is 27. I am a proud glam of 2 boys, ages 5 and 2 months. So I am a grandmother. So in our life and in our story, if no one hears it, how can we encourage? If we're holding the things that we went through because of shame, we have allowed shame to win. And today I stand and not allow shame to win. Thank you for your time. My time is up.
It's so fun and interesting, and I don't have all the words to be as articulate as maybe I would like to be. But when you learn about someone's story and you kind of go through that process with them and pull the things out in their story, you know the whole background. And so we're sitting here and we're listening to her story. We know so much of her story, and she's so brave and courageous to stand up here and tell her story and do the work. And all of our speakers do that. So Yulander, thank you so much for putting the work in. Thank you for sharing your story. So please come back next month. January, we have Dr. Jamie Marshall. She's going to be here. She's going to be our speaker. She's going to tell a great, great story. Let me be, I hope, not the first, but let me please tell you all, I hope you have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we will see you in January. Thank you so much for being here.
And the